Right, yo, what is up? I am back with a trading recap. So today there was a lot of short squeezes right at the open of the market. We had WAFU, we had EEIQ, we had FADU, we had CLEU, we had WKEY, and I was very intimidated by these stocks because they were ripping straight up, and I was starting to feel FOMO, and I would see like on this WAFU, like I think I took a position. Yeah, I took a position here with 2 shares and took some off up here, dipped again, and I scalped some up here and sold some into the 13s. But these halts, man, I do not like getting stuck in halts if it's going up or if it's going down, because you just never know. I mean, you halt, you go up, and then immediately turn around, halt, and it's really hard to get out before the halt down, and then before you know it, you're down $8, $4 or $5 a share, and can really ruin your whole week. So I kind of stayed away from all these stocks that were halting up right at the open, even though I knew like if I took the risk, I had the potential to make a shit ton of money, but I also had the potential to lose a lot of money. So that's why I just kind of stayed away from these stocks that were halting, going straight up, and waiting for a decent setup that they can make some money on. So like buying these dips here. I think I bought this dip off VWAP, made some money. But I really didn't make all that much. I didn't take too big a share size today. Still trying to get comfortable with taking bigger share size. I think my biggest share size today was 100 shares on FADU. But I ended today with $21 in profit, which I mean is okay. It's about an average day for me. $21, I mean, can get me a good lunch, can pay for a nice lunch, or pay for a portion of my Wi-Fi bill or my electric bill, or can fill up maybe a quarter to a half a tank of gas. So I mean, I would take it, and it's also giving me the experience necessary to turn that $200 today into one day making $200 a day, and eventually up towards like $2,000 a day. And so that's why I'm really investing all this time into my trading, because one day I wanted to be able to give back a lot more financial resources than it is right now. I mean, right now I'm putting a lot more time in to mastering trading than I am getting out of it. I traded maybe for 3 hours today and I made $21. I mean, I could easily find a job today and make more than $20 in 3 hours. So it's really not worth it yet, but eventually it is going to be worth it. And that's why I know that it's all gonna work out, and the time that I'm putting in, even though I'm not immediately getting paid, eventually in the future it's going to pay for all the time investment that I've made up until this point. So that's how I think about it. But yeah, so FADU right here. Let's see, FADU. What was my biggest one here? FADU. Yeah, FADU. I took a position up in here. No, I took a position actually up here. So I completely missed this part. I thought it was way extended, so I didn't buy it at all. And then it ripped up from 222 to 251. This candle dipped all the way down here, and I bought in at the bottom of this candle. And then I was able to sell up at the top here before this big flush down. And so that was a great dip trade. And then after this came down, I was scalping up in here maybe for a couple bucks. Then I wanted to buy this bounce off VWAP, but because it was kind of consolidating and starting to slow down up in this area, and it was struggling to bounce here off of this level, I thought that there was too much weakness, so I thought that this was going to gap down, and then even I saw here when it was starting to touch the VWAP, it wasn't getting bought up. Like the candle was full for the whole minute, and so I thought it was just going to open up and have another red candle coming down here, and then I would have been, my position would be too high beyond recoverable of like the stock recovering to that price again, so I thought that was going to be stuck. But I did end up reclaiming this level by getting bought back up in the next candle and ripping up another 10 cents or 20 cents. But I didn't participate in any of that. So WKEY, but yeah, I took like 100 shares, I think, right here, up 100 shares. I made like $11, which is pretty decent. If I could do that consistently, today could have been easily like a $50, $60 day instead of a $20 day if I used 100 shares or 58 to 100 shares on my trades. So next was what, WKEY? No, I only made 59 cents. Let's look at WAFU. WAFU, this one here. Yeah, WAFU went straight the fuck up. I bought 2 shares right here. Completely forgot I was entered in it because it was stuck. I got stuck in the halt down, and I thought I was going to be fucked. I literally thought this was going to gap down to like $8 or $7, and I ended up forgetting because I was stuck in a halt because I was busy trading something else. And then I look back and I'm up like $3 or $4 off of 2 shares. And I just took it off the table. I kind of should have just let it run. If I let it run, I would have been up like $20. But it is what it is. I mean, how could you predict that it was going to gap up another $10, you know? Especially after all these halts. I mean, even right here, like it's extended. To me, this is extended up here where I took it off. I took it off at like $13. So I thought I was going to dip again, maybe dip down here, and then consolidate a little bit, and then rip up here. But it just went straight the fuck up. Which I kind of should have just, looking at EEIQ, I mean, pre-market, I was going to take a small position here because I saw this camp. See this little dot here? I saw this. Somebody was buying it right here. Somebody bought like 20,000 shares. 24,000 shares transaction here, dipped down and it got recovered, and I was like, oh, this is strong, this could happen. But you never know. At the open, from pre-market to open, they're 2 completely different animals, so you never really know what's going to happen. It could have easily flashed down and then recovered, so I didn't really want to take a position pre-market because I know once the stock opens, it could flash down and then it could rebound and then rip. So I didn't really know. I like to wait. When I trade pre-market, I like to stick my trades only in pre-market. I don't like to carry from pre-market to open because pre-market to open can be completely different. The order flow and the supply and the demand. So, and then it just started halting, and I just wanted to stay away from it because look what happened here. If I would have got up in here, I would have lost $10 a share. That would have ruined me for 2 to 3 weeks trying to get that back. So I'm glad I stayed away from it. I was getting FOMO. I was getting very frustrated because I knew, if I only had put in like 50 shares, I would have been up like $500 by now. But it's not really worth it in the long run. It's better to take the setups that you're comfortable with and the setups that you have been successful at in the past and you know them, and not to like start chasing these stocks going up because you never know when this is going to happen and you can't get out. Your order is going to fill at 21. If you try selling it here, there's going to be so much volume that you're not going to get filled. So that's why I kind of stay away from that. So yeah, that's really it for today. There's my small little recap for today. These stocks are going crazy. I'm kind of looking forward to Monday because it's a new week and I can start fresh This week was kind of rocky. It was up and down. But I think at the end of the week, I think I was up $50, which is okay as long as I'm in the green. That means I'm making progress. And some things that I want to work on is I really want to learn to be more patient, especially when I'm taking my profit. When I'm taking my profit, I tend to take immediately after it breaks out or after I have a couple cents in profit. So instead of doing that, I need to be able to see here, if I were to take a position, I would have took some off maybe right up in here, immediately right after it popped. And so I would take all of it off, which is not what I would like to be doing. I would like to only be taking off half and letting the other half run a little bit more to capture more upside, because I know that could really expand the rate at which I'm growing my portfolio or my trading account. And I just need to learn to be more aware of myself while I'm in a trade, and to kind of allow myself to make that decision to leave half of my position run, let half of it run to make some more money at the risk of potentially getting a break-even trade. And that's just going to take awareness and being calm and not being all jittery off of 3 cups of coffee and reacting to every little minute move in the market. Because whenever that happens, my P&L just goes straight up and down. I pretty much just don't make any progress. So I need to work on just being calm and collected when I'm trading, and to allow myself to keep half of my share size for the next leg up or for the continued squeeze, and taking it off maybe just a little bit longer. Another thing is I need to get out of the habit of checking my P&L after every trade. I tried taking my P&L off my screen here, off the top or the side, and off my active trader and Thinkorswim. I don't want it to keep P&L open or P&L day on my Thinkorswim active trader. And I still cannot help myself to check my P&L and actually go over into my account statement and see my P&L for the day. I can't help myself from doing that. After every trade, I have to look at my P&L. I don't know why. Even if it's a couple cent win or a couple cent loss, I have to look at my P&L. It's just become a terrible habit. I'm starting to react emotionally to what my P&L says, no matter how I performed in the trade, or how good the trade setup was, or how I reacted to it, or how my thought process behind the trade. I'm not thinking about that. I'm feeling the emotion of how much I'm down on the day or how much I'm up on the day, instead of looking at the trade setup. Did I execute properly? Did I take my loss before it got catastrophic? Did I had a good entry? Did I take my profit at the right area? Did I let some run? Those are more important than my P&L, but I can't get myself to realize that and to stop looking at my P&L, because sometimes, let's say I take $100 shares of a stock at $22 to see, I will see a $10 loss on my P&L. That, holy shit, I'm down $10. That's I'm down $10. I fucked up, right? But 100 shares on a $22 stock, that's only a 10 cent. That's a 10 cent loss on the chart. You just lost 10 cents a share. That's not that much, given how big the range a $22 stock would be. And so I just have to realize that and just be more analytical about my trades, and why what I'm doing, is it because sometimes I make a good trade and it's a decent setup, but it just doesn't work out, and that happens, and that has nothing to do with who I am as a trader, and if I'm a good trader, or if I'm all of a sudden now I'm shit and I'm never going to succeed. I have to stop getting into those emotional thought patterns, saying like, "Oh my God, I'm down $10. I'm a failure. I can't do this. I don't even know if I don't even want to do this anymore. I want to trade. I don't want to do this." And it just I have to get off of that emotional roller coaster and be more analytical and rational about my trades, instead of listening or believing my emotions based on my P&L. And that's the first step, is going to be to stop looking at my P&L after every trade. So that's going to be a new thing that I'm going to be working on, as well as letting half of my position run a little bit longer, until I have confirmation of a double top or a low volume breakout, or any signs of a reversal. All right, well, that is everything I have, I guess, for this recap, and we'll see how my progress is made next week with the new things that I want to work on, and I'll keep this updated as I move along. All right, well, have a good day, whoever's watching this, or me in the future, because I'm probably going to watch this. Also, I think I'm going to start getting into just recording my trades as the day is going on, just because I want to be able to see myself in live action of how I'm trading. And I think that looking back on my videos is really going to help me progress as a trader, because I'll be able to look at exactly what I'm doing, the take that's going on immediately when I'm taking the positions and when I'm taking a position off. And I can look at my face, I can look at my body language of when I'm in a good trade or when I'm in a bad trade, and just being more observant of how I am trading. So I think I'm going to be recording a lot more, especially me trading live. So I guess I have that to look forward to. So yeah, that's it. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.